Hi, Julie Torrance here. So I hope you got together some of these big window envelopes. They are so big. And I'm working on my winter journal. Haven't done anything with the cover. But most journals, and I would say, like in my case, 90% of my journals are the 8.5 by 11s folded in half. They're just plentiful. But if you try to make a pocket, can you see how big? But I'm going to show you how we can work with these and still make pockets for this size of a journal. And it's a combination of ideas that I got from Pinterest and other videos. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take apart this envelope. And I want to preserve the pocket, obviously. So the first thing I'm going to do is just cut it this way. But we're not going to need the back. We're not going to need the inside part, this part down below. So I'm going to just cut. And you know what? I don't want to lose this paper very much, but I am going to just cut along this seam. And I'm not sacrificing a lot of paper doing it this way. Now, let's see, did I get through? Pretty much. That's how close to the edge I'm trying to cut. See now. Okay, now I can get my scissors in here better. Good. And I'm going to go this way so I can really see what I'm doing. Okay, there's one. Now I've got several, so I'm just going to go through this process fast as I can. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Will we get through all 4? I don't know, but I want to make 2 for my winter journal. So I just picked out 2. And the way I'm going to handle this is I pulled out these scraps that I had left over from when I did that book page where we did the border all the way around, and I am going to cut these. Now, I'm going to leave a little bit more than I need, but I'm not going to leave a lot more. So let's get some glue stick going. And let's start working on this and chat a little bit. How are you doing? Now I went inside. I don't know if you can see that, but I went inside of the glassine just a little bit because the corners are rounded and it's very difficult for me to piece the paper around that. So that's why I did it that way. Now see, I think I can get 2 off of this, so I'm going to cut it. Maybe I can, maybe I can't, but I'm not going to worry about it. And we can put this somewhere else. It doesn't have to be right butted up against the same. That'll work good. The corners I'm concentrating on first just because of the roundness of the corners. They're just a little bit fussier. I may just go right in not necessarily leaving a whole bunch to trim off in this case, which is fine. I'm just moving this around so that I'm setting on different glue spots. All right, we've got some of this. This came from PM Artist Studios from a little kit that I won. But I just love the blue to go with our Winter in the City journal. And let's go for a different paper. I'm going to make it easy on myself. I'm just cutting a strip. I know we've got some more corners to deal with here. That can go there. I'm doing well. Honestly, better all the time. I'm over 20 pounds, 21 pounds off on my new diet. And I read where for any autoimmune disease, they've come up with something having to do with gut health and the flora in our GI tract and how it affects autoimmune. It's just in the very early stages, something they're doing at Yale and maybe California, I forget. But just interesting to find out anything having to do with this. That came out nice. I'm gonna fold that. Sorry if the crinkling noise. I have a feeling it's probably a little bit louder for you than it is for me. Let's cut this. We are in a melting phase. It wasn't that many videos ago that I posted a picture of the amount of winter that I still have going on here where I live in Grand Rapids, Michigan. But yesterday and today is sunny, very sunny, severe clear, and it is over 32 degrees. So the melting is so strong right now that you can literally just hear the melting because of water rushing down the drains in the parking lot and things like that. And birds, wowie, we've got a lot of birds singing away, which is nice. Now we have robins. Robins aren't the same, I've learned, depending on where you live in the United States. But the robin is our state bird. And we've got the fat robins, and the male robins have a really bright tummy, bright red. So that's cool. They're fun to watch. What have we got going on here? Okay. Well, I did all this, but did I really measure anything? Not really. Okay. But we've been seeing these robins, and these robins are migratory. So it's like, why are we seeing them? And one of the weather people here in Grand Rapids was saying that the robins that we are seeing are not the migratory. They could be, but they've chosen not to. If they feel they've got enough food for the winter wherever they are, they will hang out there. all winter. So we're just seeing robins that have decided to winter over. But I have a little space here that's not really covered. And I'm just going to put a little something in there. So anyway, she said the robins that we're seeing lived here all winter and they're getting ready for spring. So I hope that means that spring is close, although she didn't say that. Okay, I'm going to let this dry and then we'll keep working on it. But let's work on another one. How are we doing? Well, that's sticky. Okay, good. So I've been very happily just listening to the birds and enjoying the weather that's just a little above freezing. But the sun, what a difference. It makes a difference in your mood, but it makes a difference in what the temperature feels like outside. Even if it's not above freezing, when it's sunny, it feels like it's above freezing. Now I'm looking straight right now at my pond. It's froze still. They call it a lake, it's a pond. All right. There's still some color on this portion. Yeah, I think that's good. My grandson, the youngest, he's almost 6 months old, but he's in 18-month-old clothes. Well, he's going, today is Tuesday. I think it's the 25th of February, 2024. He's going for a well baby visit on Thursday. I can put this one here. I haven't been working on the corners. I really should. He's going to a well baby visit and probably getting a baby shot or two. So I'm going to be going over there on Thursday because they don't want to take him to daycare after the shots. He's, of course, had baby shots already, and he has reacted right away. So, you know, like if he gets his baby shot in the morning, by noon he's got the fever. So I am happy to go over there, spend some time with the little guy. It's a lot of fun. He may not be a lot of fun, but Grandma won't mind. Extra cuddling, extra bottles, extra music. He loves music. Loves rocking in the rocking chair, but not a little bit of rocking. You got to get that chair going. It's a lot of fun. All right, let's grab another sheet. We don't need to keep fussing with that. Well, I thought I was working on a corner. Well, I am now. Okay. So that's how my week is kind of unfolding. What's going on in your week? What's this? Okay, let's use some of this. I think we can just about cut it in half. I don't mind one solid piece on one side. Why not? Spring is everywhere in the stores and in the ads and just all that. According to all of them, winter's over. I can tell you right now, as beautiful and as much as I'm enjoying what's going on here in Grand Rapids, it's not over. No. No, for us to get snow for Easter, common. Very common. So I am not putting the winter coat away, and I'm not running around in shorts. Some people are. Oh, yes. And you know what? Good for them. If they can take it, good. Ooh. Let's move this down a little bit. Oh, can I? I think I can. I think I can. Oh, hurry. There we go. There. Better. One more piece on this one. I don't think this is wide enough. It depends on how much I trim. Nah, don't force it. You've got plenty of other paper to use. Look at there. I'm gonna just tear that end off. I don't know why. It's just the way the muse is carrying me. My finger's over the there. I want to line it up with the other piece. Okay, let's get the first one. And I think it's dried enough. And I'm going to trim. Now, this side and this side are equal in how much paper. Can you see that? So I'm just going to go along that sheet of paper right there. And I think I'll do this side. And kind of want it even. Let's go here. I've got a little weird corner there, but you know what? I can stick a flower on there or something. I'm just looking. All right, this edge looks thick. Okay, that looks good to me. So now, instead of trying to decorate the whole envelope, I just decorated this much. I'm grabbing the journal. So this could go this way. And I still haven't used up lots and lots. But let me show you something else. Tell you what I'm going to do. This is still quite a big pocket. And if I had a tag that I knew would fill this pocket or you know, that would be artistic. But what you can do is you can cut it in half. Now I didn't quite get that straight. Okay. And now that's more like a regulation pocket. You know what I mean? And then you still have things that you can, let's see. See? Wouldn't that be cute? I love it. Okay, so we've got really two. Now, remember I didn't quite cut this very straight. Ooh. This is like, keep cutting and it's going to get shorter and shorter. All right. So we've got two little glassine pockets. Put those in the done pile. And this one hasn't had that much time to dry. But not everyone's making a winter journal like I am. So when you get these envelopes, I mean, they really pile up fast, don't they? So I just got some book page. And we can cover one up with book page. What do you think? And I'm just going to cut this big margin. I did not pick out one of my better pairs of scissors, that's for sure. And I have to decide, do I want the printing, to all go the same way? I think I do. So it's going to be as if I'm just laying this sheet on. So it's the words are going to go like this, or boop, 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 but the words are not going to go this way. So I need to make 2 long strips for each side. And I want to make them wider than I need because I want room to trim. Another. Okay, so that'll take care of the two up and down sides. And now for the horizontal sides. Again, I'm going to just cut the margin off. I save some of this margin paper to do things on, but not all. I don't have the space, and when scraps start getting overwhelming, then it loses its joy for me. All right, we're going to make these wider. I'm just going to keep going. I'd rather have too many than not enough. All right. Now let's just set these up there and let's see what we can do with this. And I think I'll do the vertical sides first. So right under that, there's a little number 2 here that I can see. There. Did I? Yes, I did. Because I don't want all that white up there, but it'll be trimmed off. All right, I think we're good. So let me know in the comments what's on your art desk. What are you working on? Acrylics, art journaling, junk journaling? Are you putting away maybe some winter stuff and starting to get out your spring things? When you live in Grand Rapids, Michigan, you kind of are thinking about winter. You know what I mean? So even if this journal takes me a little bit into spring before I get it done, that doesn't bother me. Okay, now see, these words are right side up. To me, these words are right side up. I'm not going to go this way with it. I want to go to keep it up, right side up. Maybe what I'll do, put the glue on here. Since this piece is so generous. All right. Now, these pieces. How do I like that? I do. So when you're doing art, like when I'm doing art, but I'm not here with you, do you play music? Do you listen to maybe like books on tape? Are you just happy to have a little bit of quiet? I usually listen to BBN, which is the Bible Broadcasting Network. It's old hymns that I grew up with that I find, well, this really stuck, that I find very relaxing. Oh my goodness. If we would wanted it to stick that well, it wouldn't have. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, well, that took all the sticky away. Okay. Now, again, I want to keep track of the direction. And I love that little compass, just like I love that little boat. you can see, I hope, how you can use this method that I'm showing you for any journal. And if you want to make them ahead, you certainly can. All right. Now that one needs to dry. And let's give this one a trim and see what we've got. Now this one, I can really easily see where the plastic ends. But as I'm looking, it's not even. To use that as my guide, it's not even. So the narrowest part is here. So let's start here. And I can count. This has got 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. So if I go like 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half, theoretically, should be kind of good. One, two, three, 4 and a half. I'm not even looking at the right side. Leave it to Julie. Oh, good. I love it. I love it. Where's my journal? Let's turn to a different page. Look at that. Isn't that a neat pocket? And if I put one of them, I'm going to put in the halfway, and then this one I maybe will put either way. But you can see how a bigger window can fit in a smaller space. And if you cut it in half, then it even fits better, right? Okay. Well, let's do one more. And I've got some orange papers. So I'm going to just do a quick little tidy. When I say that, of course, nothing wants to move like I want it to move, but here we go. Now this is autumn. Who cares? I think it looks orange and I think it looks pretty. And we can just shoot right up the side of this. This was a print off of one of my digitals. It's an autumn digital. But, you know, when you're doing digitals, you sometimes have to make a few dry run copies just to see. So you end up with some of them that are scraps. They're still pretty. Even if you didn't have everything quite exactly the way you wanted it. All right, let's just put this here. It doesn't, I don't know if the paper's not straight or if my cutting isn't straight. Probably a little bit of both. I'm gonna turn this over. And I have more orange. Now this I got in a swap. And it's from Rhonda. Thank you, Rhonda. It's gel print. She did a gel print, and this is the acrylic paint. So what do we know about acrylic paint? Glue stick doesn't want to stick on top of it, but on the back like this, it'll be fine. And you don't have to do, you know, little scraps all the way around like I did, you know, using up scraps that I had from the snow. Okay, so I'm just going to cut right along this line. This is from another, it's just the digital I use for myself. I've talked about it so many times, I'm sure nobody wants to hear about it again. I am just going to put the glue on here. There. Good. And now this might be, is it too, it's too much something. All right, let's go back to this, because I believe if I cut it like here, we can get a whole different look. Let's see. Or the splatters. I think this side will be fine. I think it'll look different enough. Sure it will. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put the glue stick like I did before, just over the envelope, because I'm making these pieces just a little bit more generous. All right. Now, we cut that. Let's cut this one and see what we got. This one, the acetate, seems to be more even around the opening with the plastic. So if this was our journal page, well, I'll do it this way. This edge needs just a little more trimming, I think. Yeah. All right. Let's get the journal. Here we go. And I haven't done anything with the cover, if I didn't say that earlier. Look how nice. What's upside down? Look how nice. And, you know, if you're working in a journal and, you know, you can still put, like, I'll show you. When you put it in place, you can still put ephemera, embellishments over it. So, you know, you can make it blend in with whatever you're working on. Maybe it's a neutral journal. That will be pretty. It looks pretty here. Okay, one more. Should we risk trying to cut it even though it might be a little bit wet? I say we do. Okay. Now this bottom layer still made a little bit too thick, maybe. Maybe not. Let's see. Now this is a bigger one for sure, but I like it. Let's see. Kind of 70s looking, isn't it? Now if you're folding your 8.5 by 11 in half, this is 5.5. Barely fits, but there's enough room that you still have a little paper showing here, and it will be fine in the seam. Okay, well, what have we done? Let's see. We've got this cool pocket, this cool pocket, this cool pocket, and then this half pocket. I hope you found this helpful or entertaining or inspirational. Down here is going to be a video for you, but please subscribe, hit the like button, and I will see you over there.